Hey everybody, it's Scott from Scorpio Moon Tarot, and I am coming to you today, and I'm so excited because I actually got a package laying on my door yesterday, and had no idea who it was from. It says some strange name. I couldn't. I'd heard the name, but I couldn't place it. I was like, "Why is this person sending me something I don't understand?" And then when I opened it up, I realized that my friend, and she's allowed me to say this, so I got her permission. My sweet friend Jackie Jacaranda ordered and sent me the wisdom of the shadow oracle. And so, you know me, cat in the bag. I had to tear it off, go right through it right then. And we actually went together through the cards, during a video chat. So apparently she doesn't even have this yet, because they don't have it in the UK, I don't believe, but I'm going to try to figure that out. But I just thought it was so nice of her. I'm on a deck freeze right now for several months probably, and I just thought it was so nice that she did this for me. And Jessica Ricchetti and Jenny Hahn, or Ricchetti. I'm sorry if I mixed up the name. Yeah, but they are the creators, and actually saw Jessica first on a live, and I can't remember whose live. But then Jenny and Jessica were both on a live together, maybe with. I don't want to say because I'm not sure who they or were with when they were explaining this deck. But basically, they were just showing a couple of pictures. It wasn't a walkthrough or anything like that. They were just explaining, why they made this, what kind of a deck it is. It's obviously it's a shadow deck. But I fell in love, love, love with the images, and I'm like, this is going to be number one on my wish list when I do become unfrozen. So I just wanted to mention I am going to start selling some of my decks. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and let me know if that's something I can put on YouTube. I don't even know if I can do that, or how the best way would go to be about that. And if you're interested to know what kind of decks I'm going to be selling, let me know in the comments down below, because I have several that need new homes. Yeah, so that my deck freeze can be over sooner than later. So this right here just was so stunning, on camera. And then I got it, and it is 10 times more stunning. So beautiful. So you get this beautiful box. It has a magnetic strip, right? It's made by, I don't think I know this company. Intuitive Art and Alchemy. No, I do not. So this is my first, but it's a beautiful box. It's very sturdy. And if you can see that there, welcome wise one. Within you lies a gold mine. And I'm reading backwards, so bear with me. So within you lies a gold mine of truth ready to be discovered and integrated. With an open mind and a is that courageous? Yeah, courageous heart. It is time to enter the mystery of the shadow, to uncover the wisdom waiting to be revealed. Right. I did pretty good for reading backwards, didn't I? All right, so the backs of these cards are gorgeous. It's a matte finish. It's beautiful. Look at the gilding. Hello, hello. Yes, it's got black gilding that I love. I don't have a lot of, I do have a few cards that I have not gilded, but I've edged in black, but I don't have black gilding cards. Not a lot of them. Most of mine are silver or gold, if they are anything at all. So you have this beautiful book that comes with it, right? And it shows every card. There's all kinds of spreads in here. It gives you so the definition, like a quote of the card, And it actually tells you what the art means, like what the name of it is, and then it gives you definitions, like a paragraph explanation of the card, contemplations, and ritual. So it's packed full of knowledge. There's like okay, two sides to each card, right? And you can get a little black and white image here. Wait till you see these colors, if you have not. And even if you have, these explode. Absolutely just explode. So mine are a little out of order because I did pull a card for me and Jackie when we were going through this. So, but I'll tell you, when I opened up the deck, the card that popped out was the first one that I saw, and I was in love from that second, from that very second. Look at this one. This is the first card. Authenticity. Authenticity. The detail in, oh, how you're over here. The detail in these cards is amazing. Now, it looks like they might be a little busy. Not to me. It's just bursting with knowledge. Like everything. Why? Authenticity. You're not being real. You're crying and, over stuff. And then it says, love me, pick me, all these things. But are you being real? Look, there's a mask on there. So that gives you an idea of what's coming up, and it just gets better. So we have boundaries, and this is not a PG film, I guess, just because it's not a film, but a video, just because there is some language in here. But I love that because these cards actually do scream at me. That's the best way, and that's how I described it when I opened it. I'm like, they're screaming at me. They're literally screaming at me what I need to do, what this means. Don't even need the guidebook. Glad it's there. Sure, I'm going to use it, but get the fuck away from me. Boundaries, right? That's a little bit too much of a boundary, I would think. But it just, look at that. Look at the colors. Pop, pop, pop. Change. And beautiful, right? So you got the change going from the sun to the water. I keep looking at the wrong place. Hi. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. I got bed hair again, and I got, like, stubblies. But, I had to do this today. And this is Labor Day. This was my day off, so I'm not shaving. But I will, on my work days, I will be nice and pretty for you. I clean up well. That doesn't matter. What matters is look at the beauty of these cards. And again, my fan will blow these cards because it's on here. So I'm not a nervous Nelly most of the time. Look how beautiful. How about confusion? Like, you get good cards, and then you get cards that maybe some people would consider bad, but I really don't. I consider them good. I consider all of them good because you dive into the shadow, right? And you find healing there. So look at the confusion. They're split by maybe decisions that they need to be made. And there's so many interpretations that you can get from these cards, and so much detail you might not think there is. But look, there's like people down here. There's all kinds of things. There's a sun in the middle. Or is that a sun? What is that? And look at the connection and the colors. And yeah, I said look at the connection, and it is the connection. So we have the courage. Oh my God, look, right? So I get kind of the Six of Wands vibes. Six of Wands vibes, right? Going from one place to another. Maybe not a great place to another place, but look, you got mountains on the way. Like, this little booger's got, like, he even has people in his hands. It's like hell. Like, he's on, he's coming for you. But you stay focused on your path. I love that. Courage. And also, just had to say, I just saw, like, the detail. Like I said, there's a snake up there. There's the lightning up there, right? So you're going to have all kinds of different, storms in your life, downtimes in your life. But you keep focused, right? Because here's where you want to go. Doesn't matter about this stuff up here. Say it doesn't matter. But if you have that courage, that strength, you can get through these times, can't we? I just love, love, love. Hello, mama. Like, you got a big mouth. Dependency. So this just says so much to me. Like, maybe she's dependent on others to feel validated, so she has to talk a lot. I don't know. I would like to look in the book for this one, but I love, love, love the artwork. It's almost like the bottom part of her is mermaid ish. If you can see that there. Discomfort. So this deck comes with 44 cards, and they are big. So this is the Rider Waite. I think I showed you the back, but I will again. Hi. Rider Waite, and then you see, it's the same length. No, it's not. It's got a little bit more, but it's a lot wider, right? And here's the back. Beautiful, like an abyss there. Discomfort. Yeah, that looks pretty uncomfortable. All right. Disillusion. I love this. Look at that. It's like another, like we were talking about the abyss here. It's almost like another abyss here, right? Like disillusion. The fish are kind of just like, it's almost like they're being flushed down the commode, is what I see. But is that an illusion or is it a disillusion? So open to interpretation. This card here is the main reason I wanted this deck. This is the one that stood out to me, and she is even more powerful in person. This is doubt. Oh my God, just the expression on her face, like the bubbles coming out. Look at that, just so stunning. Just stunning. I love this card. I cannot wait to work with this deck. Emotion. So powerful, right? Can be, emotion can be in the form of waters. It can be in the form of fire, can it, if it's not used properly, or even if it is, right? Emotion. We have emptiness. It's got the whole, it's almost like a wood figure there, right? But look, you got all these details of stuff that you can just pull out, and I'm not even going to try to, because you really have to, you can just look at this deck 15, 20 times and find new stuff. You got the hole in the middle there. This one's cool. Expectations. And on, the banners and on the, tattooed on the person's body are all these expectations. That's silly. Too good to be true. Stuff like that. So, you are love, which is awesome, but it also has not good enough. Um, you know, we have to do better or else we will perish. Just expectations, right, to put on us. That last one almost makes me think of I'm just going to say it, the Christian church, but that's just my interpretation, right? You must do well or you will perish with the fire. The gates of hell are waiting. Well, whose expectations are those? Are they your expectations? Are they expectations of something that you've been taught and you might not think resonates anymore? That's what that says to me. Fear. Love this fear card. Frustration. Yes. That's how I feel when I'm frustrated. You just feel like your whole body's kind of on fire, right? And everything, all the emotion is swirling around. Yeah. Balance. So like I said, there's more higher vibrational cards, and then there's lower. But the lower are there to help you get into the higher. So balance. Love that. I love this dude. Like, I love him. It reminds me of Oscar the Grouch, right? But he is the greedy monster. Like, seriously. My time, my life, my love, my daddy, my attention, my car, my lover, me, 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 right? And he's got all these gold coins behind him. Love it, because we can get greedy at times, can't we? He's not very pretty, is he? I love yeah, can't get enough. Identity. She's got a mask on, right? Inner child. Love this one. Look at the figure. There's a real child. A lot bigger than it should be, but if it was, you know what I get. You know what I'm getting at. So we got the inner child, You know, love this. Can just can find so much in going to our inner child. I really think that's most of, at least for me, that is where I have had to do the most healing and shadow work is in my inner child. How about integration? So you got all these colors integrating into each other. Intrusion. Oh, hell no. Like, that's a lot of, people intruding. So it's like the opposite side of the boundaries card, right? It's almost like you're letting too much in, and then the boundaries, you're letting too much out. But boundaries are a good thing, but in this deck, I think it's a shadow card that you're not setting proper boundaries, and I think this could be one as well. Judgment. And again, writing all over the hands, of things that could be said, when you're being judged. No, no, arg. Okay, well, it's just like, yeah. Yeah, they're like hollering. So that look at, it's just, I don't know. It's so amazing. Letting go. And another thing, I'm not a big fan of abstract art, but I'm learning, and I think that's what this is called, but, tell me if I'm wrong. But I love these cards. Like, just love them. Letting go. Look at that. Metamorphosis. Hello. So there's a person inside. To me, it looks like a cocoon, right? And they're getting ready to transfer or transfer to into a butterfly. Love it. Opening. Look at that. And I just recently heard someone say, I can't remember who, but they were talking about a card in a reading. It was Ginger Faye. And she pulled a card for me, and it had a tunnel, and the tunnel had no door. And she said, look, you don't even have to open the door. Or one of us did. I'm like, I don't even have to open the door. Look, this is already open. You always have an opening. You always have a choice. Sometimes it's just walking through it. You don't even have to open that door. It's already open. Love that. Pain. Like I said, this holds no punches, right? Pain. Look at the zipper down the middle. Yeah. I have a question for you guys. So, this is something, I'm pretty new on my spiritual journey. And pain is something, physical pain is something that I've dealt with for a while. But, is something that I've learned to control with, certain habits. But let me ask you this. Do you think that you can mentally control pain? Why or why not? Leave those in the comments for me. I would love to hear your answers on that. And any of these cards, what they mean to you. Do you have these cards? How do you work with this deck? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? I want to hear all of it because, yeah. Pain. Or no, panic, excuse me. You can see all the different colors, and you can just tell it's in a state of. It looks very confusing to me. It looks very, disorganized. All the hands and everything there. So I can see that would cause a lot of panic, right? Don't know what that is at the top. Oh, there's a bunch of hands again. Ooh, how about this one? Oh my God. Rage. Rage is an interesting thing because sometimes people feel entitled to rage. And I'm not saying that there are times that you might express your anger, but express it in a different way, maybe than you have, or maybe you have that down already. I don't know. But for me, no one likes to see a person raging. No one likes an angry person. For the most part, unless they're standing up for something, but they can do it in a way that's not like this. This is like just total destruction, and that rage is going to catapult and affect your relationships with others, and it's like it's out of control. If it's a controlled anger and you get it across in a very tactful way to where the person can learn from it, I think that's good. But when it's rage, I don't think rage is a good thing, because this is just out of control, going nuts, right? Going nuts, saying just whatever comes to your mind and not thinking about what you're saying, and I'm gonna let that person have it. And the famous thing I think of is that I used to say it too, and I don't like it anymore when people say this to me. And there's a reason. And they say, "Well, you haven't seen my bad side yet," or "You haven't seen me." I very rarely get mad, but when I do, you better watch out. It's like, well, what are we dealing with here? Like, what is going to set you off? And I think, at least for me, it makes me want to step back from that person, because I don't feel like they have real control over their emotions. So that's just my understanding of it. What do you guys think? Do you feel that way? Is that, if you hear somebody say that, and it's very common, at least here in America, "You haven't seen my bad side," you know, they don't know, they haven't seen me mad yet. That just, it comes across really bad to me. Not bad, but very low vibrational. Like, what's going on that, you have to say that to somebody. Like, it's a defense mechanism almost. Like, "You're not going to mess with me, or you're going to see this ugly monster come out, and it's not going to be pretty." Well, that to me makes me want to shut myself off from that person. Just a thought. What do you think? Rising, I love this. And Jessica, I believe it was, who is one of the creators, sent me. And it's the same. I've gotten all kinds of postcards over here. It's just been collecting over time. But she wrote me a little postcard, and the back of it was this. It was the Phoenix, which I believe that is. Rising, so another, high vibrational card. Love that. And it had, yeah, the postcard had this on the front. Sadness, look at that. Just pops out at you. The tears. Yes, yes. How about self-embrace? Right? There's the mask down here. Up at the top, it says find, dream. It has all kinds of other things in there that, you might need to self-embrace. And that did not say mask. I was reading it backwards. It says make. Right? So, yeah. So much to look at. And if you're into chakras as well, these colors say a lot to me, to the chakras. You got the red chakra, the orange chakra, yellow chakra. Those are the first three. And I believe they're connected. So, again, you have so much going on. Look at this one. Bam! Right? Bam! What the heck? Awesome. Sensuality. But yeah, I won't go into too much about this one. But it just says a lot to me. I don't know about you, but wow, 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 right? Shame. I love that there's so many different interpretations. You might get a total different interpretation than I do. And you're right. And I'm right. It's whatever works for you. That's why this was made. That's why I watched the creators and talk about it. They did it so that it could bring out your intuition of what you need to know and you need to feel. Shame. Why do you feel the shame? Is it true what you're believing to make you feel shameful? Or is it an illusion? How about soul care? Yes. Boom, boom. Grief. Oh my goodness. Like, I just feel so much from this card. Another one that just, it's hollering at me. Grief. And this one actually, this one is going to be a definite shadow work for me. This whole topic right here. Yeah. Now look at that. It's a river, literally a river of tears, isn't it? How about voice? Ah. Now, yeah, how are you using your voice? Is everything just coming out as because you're screaming all the time? I mean, I know my voice can get kind of loud, but I hope it never comes across in a screaming way, because I know people who just scream. I have a couple of them, and they're just talking normally, but it's like you can't even understand what they're saying. All you hear is, ah, and then you have no idea what they were talking about, because they're just like, ah, the whole time. And so maybe, voice, maybe you need a louder voice, not a softer voice. Vice versa, right? Okay. And excuse my orange, that's my orange Gatorade mustache. Vulnerability. I love this word and I love working with it, and it does work. It does work when you are vulnerable. But you got to look at me, see me, love me, you know. So what does that mean with vulnerability? I'm not sure, you tell me. Wisdom. Love that. The rainbow color is protecting, is what I think of that. And then the hands over the, I wanted to say solar plexus, but I believe the solar plexus is a little bit lower. But still, that radiating light coming through them. Reflection. Boom. Look at all this here. So is that a true reflection, or is that kind of like an illusion, right? Resilience. I love the word resiliency. Bouncing back, right? Bouncing back. I think resiliency is one of the key foundational aspects that we can learn in life, is resiliency. How we how we bounce back, right? Not how we went through it and we were crushed and destroyed or whatever, by the storm. Broke my heart, right? But how do you bounce back is the thing. Do you bounce back? And I think it's a beautiful world. Beautiful world. Beautiful card. This beautiful world too. I'm so excited. I'm just saying words. But it's coming from my heart, so I hope you guys see that. Another thing that this reminds me of that I just want to share is I didn't start liking basketball until I was probably, in college. Then I started playing because I got some height on me. I'm 6'4", so they always wanted me to play basketball because I was the tall guy. But I started watching basketball, and a tournament got through around so much as it was the star athletes, right? It was the Michael Jordans, and it was the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars, and it was the Kobe Bryants. And I'm a big fan of the WNBA. So it's the Sue Birds. Sorry, everything's falling apart here. It's the Sue Birds, and if you don't know these wonderful women, I am a feminist in a way because I love powerful women. Look up some of these greats who have been, basketball players and have, Sue Bird has 4 or 5 Olympic gold medals. Incredible. And she's one of the most resilient people. So they may miss 5, 6 shots in a row, but they have that amnesia, right? They're like, forget it. I'm going on to do what I need to do. They have that resiliency, and you'll hear that word in basketball a lot, and probably other sports as well. I'm just a basketball kid, but not kid, but yes, resiliency, bounce back. If you're ever interested in just learning about some of those people, Lisa Leslie, Sue Bird, there's so many. Becky Hammond, who became the first female assistant coach in the NBA, and now there's like 2 or 3. So the men's version, she's with the San Antonio Spurs, Becky Hammond, and these people, and you'll just learn so much, just by watching them. There's some Sue Bird still playing, Elena Deladon. These are just some that you can look up if you're interested, that have touched my life because of how tough these women are, how resilient these women are. And I think we can identify with that whether we're a man or a woman. So Courtney Vandersloot, I mean, it just names I'm just thinking of, you know. And she plays with her wife on the same team, Allie Quigley. It's a beautiful, beautiful league that is LGBT plus friendly. You know, if you are of that community, which a lot of you are, hey, just watch a WNBA game and see how now they fight with the officials too much. I don't like that, but the resiliency that you see in these women, how they might get upset for a second, but then bam, they're right back in that game, and they hustle just as hard as the men do, and I love that. So that was my little spiel. We'll move right on. Resistance. No, 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 no. I don't want to do that. Well, you might not want to, but is it best for you? I don't know. Just ask a lot of questions, you know, doesn't it? Tenderness. Love this. A very tender card. She's grasping her knee, like just kind of in a meditative. She's treating herself, right? Just self care, self love. How about the truth? And the last card is victory. And I love this. It's got that, you know, this is little, this is big. So this is the first thing I saw is an upside down V for victory. I loved that. But like I said, guys, you get so much images and, you know, definitions of the cards in so many different ways. It's just amazing. I want to pull a card for the collective, and you guys let me know in the comments if this resonates with you and what it means to you. I'm not even going to give it a definition. I'm just going to let you look and see through your intuition what that could mean for you. Everyone who's still with me at this point, I want you to partake. And I am going to pull a card for you. I like jumpers, and I just had about 5 like come out like this. What I do is I pull those out. The other ones will stay in the other pile. And then I just look at the cards, you know, like this. But the backs are to me, not to you. You can see the fronts. And then I'll think of, this is just the way I do it. I'm weird. Everybody has their own method. I see the first one, but I don't go for that. I go for the second one because my second one tends to be the right one, and that's this one. Or was the one beside it? It's this one. I grabbed it. I'm going with my gut. So your message from this deck, and let me know. I think we can get all kinds of answers from this. This is amazing. Your message is emotion. So I'm going to just hold this for just a minute. Pause this if you need to. Look at this card. What does this card say to you? What does it make you feel? To me, these cards scream out. You know, different things of feeling and emotions, just like it says. But, you know, what does this card say to you? What do you see in this card? Because what you see is probably what your message is. Do you see? I'm not going to say. I've already described a little bit of what I thought this card, you know, represented. But like I said, I want to hear from you guys. So this is going to be one I'm really, like, excited. And I'm always excited to see your comments. And I've been a little lax on the comments lately. I apologize to those of you who I have been, but I have not been feeling well. I'm still getting over blah, blah, blah. A COVID, not COVID thing. Long story. But I am really going to pay attention to these comments because I want to know what you guys think. Because this tech, it just touches me in a special, special way. And I think the wonderful, the beautiful, my beautiful friend, our beautiful friend, for most of you in the community, all of you probably in the community, and Jackie Jackranda. And I will be, speaking of Jackie, I have a live planned this Sunday, if you're interested, around 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 9 o'clock British Standard Time. And I'm going to be doing the 4 elements. And there will be 4 of us. And there is Renee from Tarot Magician, and she is a fire sign, so she will be showing her fire decks. I'm a Scorpio, I'm a water sign, I'll be showing my watery decks. Then the beautiful, lovely Nancy from Chrome's Intuition, doing her second live only. We'll be doing the Earth deck. She is a Taurus. And then for the first time, now she's done little, appearances here and there for 5 minutes or so on a couple of channels, one of mine. For the first time for a full live, Jackie Jacaranda, our beautiful Libra, will be showing her airy balance cards. So I'm so excited about that. Yeah, that was just the deck, but I was excited. So if you want to watch that, I would love for you to be there, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, coming up this Sunday. Okay, so a week from yesterday. Love and light to you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. And leave if you want to, what questions that I asked you, stood out to you that you want to answer, that that resonate with you. I would love to know. These videos are for me and you just as much. They're for you. That's why I did my channel, so we could both grow and learn together. So I want to learn from you. You tell me what your comments are, as far as what you see. This, my friends, is a beautiful, beautiful, sensational deck. I love to bang on my cards. I'm not much of a deck sniffer, but I mean, let's just end with, they smell good. Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, they do. I can't explain the fragrance. That's a good one. You can tell I'm like, inhaling it through my nose. It's an awesome, beautiful deck. Guys, thank you. Love and light. I hope to see most of you very soon in other lives. And if you can come to mine on Sunday, it's going to be so special with these 3 wonderful ladies. Again, Renee, Nancy, and Jackie will be with me. And it's going to be fun. So thank you. Love and light to all. Scott over and out. Bye, guys.